Okay, welcome to Half the Battle. Let's talk about Crossroads.
Crossroads was a 2002 movie starring Britney Spears that chronicles a road trip to...
What? Okay, so we're not really gonna be looking at that movie.
We're here to review the comic book issue of the same name.
Now, because it's been a while since we last looked at the comic, I'm gonna give you a brief recap.
Lots of people are heading to Springfield, a town that's secretly Cobra Central. The Softmaster, one of Snake Eyes' mentors, is there investigating the death of the Hardmaster, his fellow sensei and uncle to Storm Shadow. Billy, Cobra Commander's son, is heading there to confront his father, while Candy, Ripcord's girlfriend, sort of, is accidentally heading there after being kidnapped by Ripper.
And I just realized that if you change a few names and places, this could easily be a Game of Thrones script.
Meanwhile, Snake Eyes and Stalker are being confronted by Wade Collins, their former army buddy from Nam, who is now a Crimson Guard.
Everybody got that? Good!
On to today's comic. The cover is... well, it sure is something, isn't it? We're promised death, so I wonder if we'll get it. This picture sure is an eye-catcher, so I suppose it does its job. The opening page picks up where we left off last issue, with Wade confronting his old friends. He's pissed at them because they left him to die during a mission in Vietnam, or so he believes. He forces them into the car so he can hand them over to Cobra.
Oh, great. This is gonna be another comic that consists mostly of people driving, isn't it?
During the trip, we find out what went down all those years ago on their mission. It turns out they were all LARPers. What? No. They were LRRP, or Long Range Recon Patrol. Stalker and Wade both talk about what happened, and we get a flashback.
And I have to say, the descriptions, they get pretty damn graphic.
You've got stuff like he stepped on a mine and there wasn't enough left to bleed. Or, and most of his head was gone. I'm honestly not sure how they got that past the comics code of the time. Or past Hasbro, really. Wade ended up with a bunch of bullets in his chest, so the others assumed he was dead. He survived, barely, but was captured and became a POW for the rest of the war. When he got back to the States, he wasn't welcomed. His wife divorced him, and he couldn't get a job. Then he wandered into Springfield, though he doesn't tell the Joes the name of the town at this point, I'm just clarifying here. He came in contact with Cobra there and joined them, since they were the only ones who'd take him. He rose through the ranks and became a Crimson Guard, getting plastic surgery to turn him into a Fred series. So he bitches about his life to his former friends when Stalker tells him he's got options he's never even considered yet. And the very next panel we see him, he's brought the Joes to his home and is ready to leave Cobra and start a new life.
No, really, I didn't skip over anything.
It literally goes from Stalker telling him he's got cards he hasn't even seen yet, to him being totally reformed with nothing in between. Well, these panels are broken up by a whole load of pages from other storylines, but you know what I mean. That's like if in Star Wars it went from Luke telling Vader he senses good in him, straight to his death scene telling Luke he was right. Anyway, he gives a short speech convincing his fake wife and fake kids to leave Cobra and start a new life with him. And the Joes let him go, just like that. They don't even ask him any questions. Stalker reasoning they owe him one.
Yeah, okay, sure, but at least ask him where Cobra headquarters is or something.
Also, good luck starting a new life when every single Cobra out there knows what you look like because you're a damn Fred series Crimson Guard. This is how the actual comic ends, but we've still got the other storylines to go through. Candy's car, that she had taken from Ripper while escaping, has broken down, so she gets a lift. From the exact same drunk driver that picked up the Softmaster last issue.
This guy gets around.
And considering this is a children's comic that's now had a drunk driver in it for 2 issues, you don't have to be a genius to figure out where this is going, especially when you look at the cover. They are heading away from Springfield and are relatively safe as such, until Candy finds a case belonging to the Softmaster, and they do the right thing and go back to return it to him, heading straight into danger. Speaking of the Softmaster, he's still getting info from the cop at the police station. He's about to reveal who killed the Hardmaster when he's interrupted by other cops showing up. He then, for some reason, turns into the Flash and gets away. While all that is going on, Ripper has gotten back to Springfield and runs into Firefly and Scrap Iron, who has his first appearance in the comic, by the way. They all arrive at the police station just as the Flashmaster is making his escape. Meanwhile, Billy is making his way to Springfield, getting a lift from some nuns. Cash, grass, or ass, kid. They drop him off near the town, only to get picked up straight away by, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, the freaking drunk driver.
Are there literally no other drivers except for this AO?
So, get this. They're in the car, they both know the guy is a drunk, and Billy, due to his Zen-like ninja training, even has a vision of the future. The freaking Grim Reaper standing over a flaming wreck.
But you know what his keenly honed ninja skills apparently don't tell him to do? Get out! Get out of there!
Yeah, with all that, they still stay in the freaking car.
A freaking Klingon is smarter than these idiots!
If you literally see death in your immediate future, why not demand to be let out of the freaking car? But no, we march on towards inevitability.
Even though it's very, very inevitable. What? I'm sure that's a word.
While Mr. Toad's wild turkey ride is going on, the Softmaster is being pursued by his foes. He makes a good run of it, going underneath the damn truck and narrowly avoiding a train. Unfortunately, this causes the car with Drunky McBoozenstein to swerve and crash, with the car catching fire as a result. The Softmaster turns back to help them because he's a good guy and all that, which is noble, but leaves him open to a rocket attack from Scrap Iron. The Softmaster sacrifices his life to save the others, getting blown up. But as we see, it was all for nothing, as Scrap Iron has a second rocket and blows up the car anyway under directions from Firefly, killing the occupants.
Well, most of them anyway. I'm gonna spoil a bit of the future storyline here.
Candy and the drunk driver? Yeah, they really are dead, while Billy survives, though he's gravely hurt and will carry the results of his injuries all his life. Like I said earlier, the actual comic ends with Wade Collins going off into the sunset with his family, ending on a hopeful note after we see the car crash. This was probably done so the reader wouldn't be too bummed out after the issue. Ending with the car explosion sure would have been something. You know those bits at the end of G.I.Joe cartoons with stuff like, hey kids, eat healthy and stuff? Yeah, this is how the freaking comic does a PSA. Hey kids, if you drink and drive, you'll crash your car and then terrorists will blow up the fiery wreck with you inside for good measure.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
So that was Crossroads.
And damn, dude, just damn!
This was probably the darkest comic we've seen in the series so far. Between the car wreck, killing 2 recurring characters, and the Vietnam flashback, which was both gruesome and realistic, this was a lot to take in. Especially if you were a kid just reading a comic made to sell you toys.
This is what made the G.I. Joe comic so much more than just a 22-page ad for toys. This was art.
And it's all thanks to Larry Hama, the writer who really went above and beyond when creating these stories. The only bit of criticism I have is that the accident was incredibly telegraphed. You could see it coming as soon as Drinky McOnthesauce was introduced last issue. But in the grand scheme of things, that's only a minor nitpick.
This is a great comic that everybody should read, and it does have consequences for later on.
Both in the short term and in the long term. Hell, the Vietnam flashback here will actually be reused in the very last issue there ever was of the original G.I. Joe comic book series.
Well, I'll see you next time. And since December is upon us, you know what that means.
Winter's coming.
And remember, if you drink and drive, terrorists will kill you and everybody you love.
I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black.
You know, I'm shouting this pretty loudly and my neighbors are home, so if you don't hear from me again, I got a SWAT team visit.